Bonsoir, what's going on? It's Skinny Andro Boy coming with a film noir pedal review using my Gem 10th anniversary right into this beautiful original Chase Bliss Spectre, the purple knob original OG version, and I am using an amp modeler. And what I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna turn off everything else that's in the chain. And I'm just gonna review this kind of like an old school 2010 review. So I'm gonna play on like a lead channel without the spectre first. Now with the pedal, it's a lot noisier at first. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad now that I've turned everything else off. Just listen to the magic of this right now. It's one of those really, really subtle differences that just makes everything. And in fact, right now I have the pedal set up in a way I really like. Anyone can look up, you know, all of the knobs and study their functions to death, but for me it's about a certain feeling. And I think it's perfectly apropos because as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, well, you know, there's like hundreds of other videos. I wouldn't say hundreds, maybe at least 50 other demos on YouTube who do a great job of, you know, like what Knobs does, just demonstrating the pedal and talking about each deep dive characteristic. For me, I'm a really intuitive feeling player. So it just adds that special sauce, you know what I'm saying, to these lead lines. Say I want to make it a little more intense. I can certainly do that. So you can tell by making those subtle changes, it's not so subtle, and you can really hear the two choruses interacting with one another. But for me, like, each pedal is unique. It has its own personality, and you know, I'm not gonna be, there's a vibe to it. It's like I can feel right now is not the time to start making a ton of adjustments to the pedal, at least for me, like in a context where I'm working. But you can really hear, you can do extreme things with this pedal or just use it to accentuate lead tones, which is what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I mean, anyway, just doing some riffy, sure you guys know that Nirvana riff, hook. want it to be a little bit less noisy. And it is an issue on recordings. I mean, that's a very legit thing. And I do have the blue knob, which came out after this to try to fix the noise issue. But there's something so romantic. It's definitely like Jim Jarmusch's band Squirrel. We don't care about noise over here in outer space. We just make it part of the music, I guess. So basically, without this pedal, you have less noise, and you can make a nice lead sound for sure. But with it, it just adds that beautiful je ne sais quoi to it. So here's a much quieter setting. Without any like drive, so it's just clean. That is absolutely beautiful. I mean, gorgeous in a box. Chords from my song Revenge 101. Anyway, it just sounds so beautiful. And I tend to play, well, I go to extremes, I guess, but for me, out of control extremes, like I don't like unmusical pedals. And this pedal can be unmusical if it's not loved, caressed, appreciated, worshipped in the way it should be. That's literally like straight up early Susie and the Banshees. Listen to that. I mean, without, it's just a gorgeous pedal in every way. So I guess I've pretty much don't have anything else intensely to talk about. I'm gonna introduce a new preset real quickly that I've been working on. I think for this I am gonna go ahead and turn on some other pedals because I feel like it. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a few minutes to talk about this, one of my all-time favorite pedals, and thank you for appreciating my beautiful noise. Isn't that the name of, I think that is the name of a shoegaze documentary. But yeah, so I will never forget the day I saw a picture of all of Kevin Shield's pedals like lined up. And I don't know how he does it because I have seen them live, and LA and Rome. I saw them twice in my life. I preferred the show in Rome, which was at a really small venue. But when it comes to making beauty out of that many petals, when you have that much signal chain, it can be a disaster. And so shout out My Bloody Valentine. None of us would be here without you, really. And Lush, because Lush doesn't get, I mean, this petal is, oh God, I got so stoked on Lush that I dropped my pick. It's a sign. I know Mickey Berendi wrote a book and I bought it, and I did my ADHD self. I did not read it. Yes. Yeah, I felt the energy of the book. I got a lot from just feeling the energy. And I told her on Instagram, we had a few chats, and definitely a huge influence for me. And that song, like one of my favorite songs of all together is Untogether by Lush. You could easily record that song with this petal. However, it is a very sad song. Thematically, it's a bit sad. But yeah, this is just beauty in a box. And wasn't expecting to go on about some of my favorite bands. But I love this petal. I hope you can find a use for it. And I also hope that there's some people out there who are appreciating getting to know me and my music, because I mean, it wasn't too long ago that I was just me in a room with one guitar. I pretty much only had the Boss digital delay for quite a while, and I'll talk more about like little by little accumulating effects, and I like to stack two of the same pedal and everything like that. But part of the reason I'm doing this video series is I don't ever want to lose that feeling of like falling in love with guitar pedals to such an extent that it's like, I don't need to eat, I need a guitar pedal. I don't need X, Y, and Z, I need a guitar pedal. And there are very good reasons for needing multiple guitars as well. But, so yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I hope, I am a struggling, tortured artist. I'll just put it out there. I've been that for most of my life, but little by little the torture decreases, and so anyone who supports me financially on Bandcamp or whatever, $1 or $2, it goes a long way and it means a lot. And I am trying to make music for the other aliens out there, like starseeds like me. You know what I mean? Nobody can figure us out. Never figure me out. Never figure out my fans. Thank you guys for watching, seriously, and listening.